Lesson: Key Principles and Concepts in Employment Law. Understanding the key principles and concepts of employment law is crucial for HR leaders aiming to navigate the complexities of workplace regulations effectively. Employment law encompasses a wide range of issues, including hiring practices, workplace safety, discrimination, and termination procedures. Grasping these principles not only ensures compliance, but also fosters a fair and equitable work environment, ultimately enhancing organizational performance and employee satisfaction. At the heart of employment law is the principle of equality and non-discrimination. Laws across various jurisdictions mandate that employers must provide equal opportunities to all employees, irrespective of race, gender, age, religion, or disability. This principle is embodied in statutes such as the Civil Rights Act in the United States and the Equality Act in the United Kingdom. Practically, HR leaders can implement this principle by developing robust anti-discrimination policies, conducting regular training sessions, and setting up a system for monitoring compliance and addressing grievances. A study by Dobbin and Kalev highlights that organizations with comprehensive diversity training programs report fewer discrimination lawsuits and higher employee morale, underscoring the effectiveness of these actionable steps. Another fundamental concept is the right to a safe and healthy work environment. Occupational Safety and Health Administration regulations in the U.S., for instance, require employers to adhere to specific safety standards to prevent workplace injuries and illnesses. To translate this into practice, HR professionals should conduct regular safety audits, establish a clear protocol for reporting hazards, and engage employees in safety training programs. The successful implementation of these measures can be seen in industries such as construction and manufacturing, where adherence to stringent safety standards has led to a notable decrease in workplace accidents. A report by the Bureau of Labor Statistics indicates a 5% reduction in workplace injuries in sectors with proactive safety programs. Employment contracts and the concept of at-will employment form another critical aspect of employment law. While at-will employment allows employers to terminate employees without cause, it also poses significant risks if not managed carefully. HR leaders should ensure that employment contracts are clear, comprehensive, and regularly reviewed to reflect changes in legislation or company policy. This includes outlining the terms of employment, grounds for termination, and processes for dispute resolution. By doing so, organizations can minimize litigation risks and foster a transparent work culture. An analysis by Stone and Arthurs suggests that clear contractual terms can significantly reduce the incidence of wrongful termination claims, thereby protecting both employer and employee interests. Employee rights to privacy and data protection are increasingly significant in the digital age. With the advent of remote work and increased reliance on digital communications, safeguarding employee data has become paramount. Laws such as the General Data Protection Regulation in the EU set stringent standards for data protection, requiring organizations to implement robust data security measures and obtain explicit consent from employees before processing their personal information. Practical tools for achieving compliance include conducting data protection impact assessments and establishing a comprehensive data management policy. A survey by the International Association of Privacy Professionals found that organizations with dedicated data protection officers and clear privacy policies reported higher levels of compliance and employee trust. The principle of fair compensation and benefits is another cornerstone of employment law. Wage laws, such as the Fair Labor Standards Act in the U.S., establish minimum wage standards and regulate overtime pay. HR leaders can ensure compliance by conducting regular compensation audits and benchmarking salaries against industry standards. Additionally, transparent communication about compensation policies can enhance trust and reduce turnover. A case study by PayScale revealed that organizations with transparent pay practices experienced a 30% lower turnover rate, highlighting the strategic advantage of adhering to fair compensation principles. Collective bargaining and the right to organize are also integral to employment law, particularly in industries with strong union presence. HR professionals should be well versed in negotiation techniques and strive to maintain constructive relationships with labor unions. This involves understanding the legal framework governing collective bargaining and engaging in good faith negotiations to reach mutually beneficial agreements. A landmark example is the negotiation between General Motors and the United Auto Workers Union, which resulted in improved working conditions and wage increases while maintaining operational efficiency for the company. Dispute resolution mechanisms, including mediation and arbitration, offer effective alternatives to litigation in resolving employment disputes. HR leaders should establish clear procedures for addressing employee grievances and consider incorporating alternative dispute resolution clauses in employment contracts. This approach not only saves time and resources, but also preserves the employment relationship by facilitating open communication and collaborative problem solving. Research by Lipsky and Sieber indicates that organizations employing ADR strategies experience higher satisfaction rates among disputing parties and a reduction in the number of formal complaints. Lastly, the principle of employee engagement and participation is gaining prominence in employment law frameworks worldwide. Laws encouraging employee involvement in decision-making processes aim to enhance workplace democracy and improve organizational outcomes. HR leaders can foster employee engagement by implementing feedback mechanisms, facilitating regular communication between management and staff, and involving employees in strategic planning. The benefits of such practices are evident in companies like Google, where a culture of inclusivity and participation has been linked to high levels of innovation and employee retention. In conclusion, the key principles and concepts of employment law provide a robust framework for HR leaders to create a compliant, equitable, and productive workplace. By understanding and applying these principles, equality and non-discrimination, workplace safety, employment contracts, privacy and data protection, fair compensation, collective bargaining, dispute resolution, and employee engagement, HR professionals can effectively address real-world challenges and enhance their proficiency in employment law. Through the strategic implementation of actionable insights and practical tools, organizations can not only ensure legal compliance, but also foster a positive work environment that drives success and sustainability.